Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the Citi Custom Cash card. However, my take is going to be different. It's now 2024, so how we use the card needs to change with the times. My position is that everyone should endeavor to hold 2 of these super cards. Why? Well, the Citi Custom Cash card is a 5% cash back card, which is the standard for those using credit card rewards to redeem for cash back. And you don't need to fiddle with quarterly rotating categories, which may or may not work for you. If you're a Chase Freedom Flex card holder, you know the pain. So if you're holding just one and done, then you're really missing the potential of the card. I'm going to show you that holding 2 of these cards will easily allow you to earn 60,000 thank you points each year through normal spend. I ought to know, because I own 3 of them. For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs and I'm an avid traveler. If you're watching this, you likely are too, so go ahead and subscribe to see how I use credit cards to enable this travel habit of mine. Wait a sec, you just said you're an avid traveler, but yet you're reviewing the Citi Custom Cash card, which is a cash back card? Well, yes and no. For those into cashback, this is the perfect card. And for those into travel, this too is the perfect card. Hold up, I'm confused. Don't sweat it. You have me, the Citi expert, to explain how to get maximum value from the Citi Custom Cash card, whether you're into cashback or travel. I'm gonna break this video into 7 sections so that you may jump around as you desire. Section 1, multipliers and spend categories. Section 2, card usage, how to effectively use the card because it matters. Section 3, multi-card strategy. This is how you get maximum value. Section 4, redemptions. Section 5, new sign-up bonus. Section 6, fees. These you want to avoid at all costs. And finally, Section 7, the pros and cons. Let's start with Section 1, multipliers and spend categories. If you're into cashback, playing in the 5% sandbox is your world. The Citi Custom Cash has you covered. By the way, from here on, I'm going to use the X term instead of percent, given that Citi rewards in terms of thank you points, which you may choose to convert to cash. The Citi Custom Cash earns 5x on your highest spend within select categories up to $500. After that, it will drop down to 1%. Additionally, it earns 1% on all non-category spend. Let's take a look at the qualifying categories. Restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, but be sure to exclude wholesale and warehouse clubs like Costco's and BJ's. Select travel. This includes airlines, hotels, cruise lines, and travel agencies. Select transit. This is a very broad category which includes car rentals, trains, subways, buses, taxis, tolls, and parking garages. Select streaming. There are too many to name, so here they are. Drugstores. Think CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid. I'm a Northeast boy, so that's all I know. Home improvement stores. Fitness clubs. Aw shucks, I wanted to use this category, but I switched to using a different category, so unfortunately I can't work out. And live entertainment. Concerts, sporting events, live theater, the symphony, and amusement parks. Sadly, it excludes movie theaters, museums, and art galleries. The key to this category is the word live. But oddly, it excludes events at golf courses. I think that we can all agree that these categories are pretty broad. Given that Citi needs to calculate your highest spend category for the period, your points will be earned at the end of the billing cycle. On to Section 2, card usage. Why is it important to be mindful of how you use the card? I did mention that one of the features of the card is that you may charge on it worry-free, then Citi will calculate your highest spend up to $500 in any one of the qualifying categories and award you 5x in thank you points. Everything after that will earn 1x. That sounds good in theory, but I throw that out the window because earning 1x on any credit card spend is a no-no, unless I'm chasing a bonus for the newly acquired card. Let's not leave it up to Citi. You need to take matters into your own hands. It's best to determine your desired category from the list and then be intentional to cap it at $500 to avoid falling into 1x territory. I used to use my Citi Custom Cash card to earn 5x on gas after watching Dave Hansen's video, but I found that I wasn't spending more than $250 a month in this category. I'm basically a gypsy and a remote worker. I mean, a digital nomad, so I don't use my car very often. I recommend that you choose a category that will get you close to or above $500 in spend, then purchase a gift card for the full $500 each month, then use the gift card and put the credit card away. Check out this concept in my Replacing the Amex Gold video. If you have enough gas spend, purchase a gift card from a gas brand that works for you. I've moved on to using my Citi Custom Cash 5X on supermarket spend because it represents more value for me. So this leads us into our next category. Section 3, Multicard Strategy. As stated in the beginning of this video, the strategy here is to acquire 2 Citi Custom Cash cards. I find that earning 5x on a $500 monthly cap to be unsatisfying. Initially, it sounds wonderful, but when you run the numbers, it feels underwhelming. So if Citi isn't going to increase the $500 monthly cap, then we just need to acquire more Citi Custom Cash cards. I recommend a minimum of 2. I happen to have 3 and use them all on supermarket spend, which increases my monthly cap to $1,500. If I were to able to execute this perfectly each month, that would equate to 5x on $1,500 or 7,500 thank you points per month. Extrapolate over 12 months and we're talking 90,000 thank you points. Nice. However, I travel and spend a lot of time abroad.
Guys, check out this lion right here. It's amazing. He's injured, so he can barely walk.
So I'll never reach that number. But for some of you, you might be able to get closer to that 90,000 thank you point number. Here's an important call out. It's not necessary that you use all the cards within your multi-card setup on the same category. The key is to pick the categories where you expect to get close to or above $500 in spend, then utilize gift cards for capping at $500 a month. For example, in your multi-card setup, you might use one card for gas and another for food. My food bill just happens to be large because they sell alcohol at my favorite supermarkets. Another call out is that you may only apply for one Citi Custom Cash card. The method of acquiring multiple cards is through product change from other Citi cards. I waited a year to do a product change to get my second Citi Custom Cash. But just for fun, my goal is to have 4 Citi Custom Cash cards. Let's see how I do in another 12 months. Let's move on to section 4, redemptions. Now that you've been amassing a lot of thank you points, how do you redeem them? There are essentially 6 methods to redeeming your points. We're assuming for this use case that you do not own a Citi Premier card. I'm intentionally excluding the shop your way method because I know nothing about it and likely never will because that's not how I use credit cards. Assuming you're interested in cashback, 3 are desirable and 3 should be avoided. Here are the 3 which work. Statement credit. This allows you to help pay your statement by applying the cash equivalent of your points as statement credit. Direct deposit into your bank account. Or a check, Citi will mail you a physical check. Avoid these 3 redemptions. Shop with points at Amazon. I recommend that you avoid this. You're better off redeeming the full cash amount, then subsequently shop at Amazon with your highest points earner card to earn additional points. Next is gift cards. This too should be avoided. Say it with me, you're better off redeeming for the full cash amount, then subsequently purchase a gift card with your highest points earner card to earn additional points. Next is travel. Avoid this as well. The Citi portal consistently shows less than 1 cent per point. When you're ready to travel, you should be seriously thinking of acquiring the Citi Premier, which opens up a whole new world of travel partners. If you're unsure how you wish to redeem your points, just let them accrue until you have a plan. But be sure to keep your account in good standing. Next is section 5, bonuses. Earn 20,000 thank you points after spending $1,500 within the first 6 months. You may redeem 20,000 thank you points as $200 cash back, but please note that you may only qualify for this bonus offer if you haven't received one in the previous 48 months. There's a 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 15 months, and there's a 0% introductory APR on balance transfers for 15 months from the date of your first transfer. Please note that you have 4 months to make your first transfer if you hope to take advantage of the introductory offer. Next is section 6, fees. As much as I love this card, similar to other cards, there are fees which you need to be aware of. The annual fee for the card is $0. However, there are foreign transaction fees, which is why this card never leaves the US. There's a cash advance fee, a late payment fee, and a return payment fee. If you're a fan of the channel, you should know that paying fees and interest are concepts which I do not support. Our goal is to extract the maximum value from credit cards by paying our bill in full each month. The one exception is that it's okay to float a balance during the 15-month introductory period as long as it doesn't negatively impact your utilization rate. I, however, recommend that if you need to float a balance to manage cash flow associated with large purchases, that you acquire a business credit card like the Amex Blue Business Plus, given that the card's utilization will not be reported to credit bureaus when it's in good standing. Lastly, Section 7, Pros and Cons. Here are the pros. 5x multiplier, easy cash redemption, great 5x categories from which to choose. Here are the cons. $500 cap per month on your 5x category, resulting in just $25 in cash back per month. That's further incentive to acquire multiple Citi Cash cards. Con number 2, actually, that's it, guys. I can't think of another one. Some folks might say that there should be better redemptions, similar to the Citi Double Cash, but I'd argue that it's not necessary for a cashback card to have transfer partners. The Citi Custom Cash card just works. So what are you waiting for? Get going on your Citi Custom Cash card acquisition journey and share it with me. Thank you for watching until the end. Since you've gotten this far, it only makes sense to like, share, and subscribe to help give this channel some visibility. As always, take care and be good to each other.